Welcome to Week 4, Managing Office Technology. I bet you thought the administrative role was all about technology. Well, I may surprise you today because it's not. In all the research that we do, in other words, when we survey executives, managers, human resource people, training and development, and even administrative professionals, and we ask the question, what does it take to be a success in the administrative role? What skills, attitudes, behaviors, competencies are necessary to succeed in this role? Do you know what we get? We get a list that is 90% interpersonal and soft skills, and only 10% is technical. Now, let me explain this to you. If you think about it, yes, you use the technology all day long. It's true. And it is a great part of your job, but it's the tool to get the job done. There are people behind the technology. When you send an email, there's a person that's going to read that email. When you leave a voicemail, it's a person that is going to pick up the voicemail. When people are using their BlackBerry, it's a human being who is going to read that. So if you don't have the good interpersonal skills when you're using the technology, it can actually hurt your career and hurt your relationships. Even if you look at this whole series, we have 26 weeks in this program. This is the only week we are devoting to technical skills. Another thought process that I have as an executive and a business owner, and a lot of people in training believe that if you can learn the technical skills very easily. You just have to sign up for a class, or even if you're doing that program online. But to teach the soft skills, that is really difficult, and for someone to actually change those soft skills, and we're talking about communication and leadership, conflict resolution skills, managing change, self-management, stress management, problem-solving skills. So if you think about all of those are what we call the soft interpersonal skills. Now, the idea is today's program is managing office technology. So what do I want to tell you today? Because you do use the technology all day. I have 3 points. One is to embrace it. And this is especially for the baby boomers like me. It's hard for us to embrace the technology. We weren't raised with it. We didn't get into the technology until much later. But the point is we need to embrace it. We need to learn. We need to grow. And we are working with these younger generations that are very savvy when it comes to the technology. Second, for those of you who are technical savvy, or techno savvy as I like to say, help your managers out. I don't know what I would do without Jasmine from time to time when I'm sitting here and I'm struggling with something, and I can call Jasmine and boy, right away she knows it. So for those of you that are techno savvy, it's easier for you. My advice is please help your managers out when you can. It'll make their life easier, and it'll also make your life easier. The third, this is important to me. I'm really passionate about this topic in the past year. Don't allow the technology to dominate your life. Yes, I said dominate. And that's what's happening to all of us. You can read numerous articles, not just from me, but Brian Tracy has written on this, and he focuses on developing leaders and high-level leaders. In fact, he has a great book out that I absolutely love called Eat That Frog. And it's fabulous. You can read it and your managers can read it. But office technology proliferates our lives, and it can get to a point where it just consumes your life. You need to know when to shut it off, when to say kind of enough is enough, and you need to do something else. With technology, as I was saying, remembering that there is a person on the other side, so there are a couple points. Always put your best foot forward when you're writing an email, when you're leaving a voice message. Be tactful. We're going to talk about this later in the program. It's especially important when you're writing an email because the other person can't tell your tone of voice. If you are a person like me who communicates very short and to the point and direct, we can come across as more abrupt to people. So we have to kind of soften the way we present our information. And the last, prepare to use the technology. Gather your notes, be organized, have your thoughts together before you send that email or you leave that voice message. Okay, here's your activity for this week, and I have some big challenges for you. Let's see if you have the courage to follow through on these. The first, limit the amount of time you read emails in a day. All right, don't go into shock, but what I mean is don't jump at an email every time you see that little box pop up where you see that you have a message. And it's really hard to not do that. Second, no matter what, do not read emails while you're sitting in on a training program or if you're at a meeting. I see a lot of that today when I'm giving presentations. So hold yourself back, put that away, and stay focused on the speaker or on the meeting. And number 3, I'd like you to listen to your voicemail recording. Are you leaving adequate information? Do you sound enthusiastic? Or do you sound like you just rolled out of bed? Okay, that's it for week 4. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week.